We call the Board of Mayor and Aldermen for Tuesday, December the 9th to order. We will open with a prayer led by Chaplain Johnny Bird from Legacy Church. And if you're able, we'd ask that you please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance to follow.
Lord Jesus, thank you that we get to live in such an amazing city like Bartlett. God, I pray your grace rest on our leaders. God, as they make the decisions that are going to affect our community, God, I pray they would have, again, I pray that they would have an ear toward heaven and an ear toward the citizens to know what they're supposed to do for our community. God, give us a grace to know. God, bless them and keep them in this holiday season. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, will you read the future meetings into the record, please?
Family Assistance Commission, January 5th at 6 p.m. Planning Commission, January 5th at 6:30 p.m. Beer Board, January 6th at 6 p.m. Bartlett Station Commission, January 7th at 7:30 a.m. Parks and Recreation Advisory Board, January 8th at 6 p.m. City Beautiful Commission, January 8th at 6:30 p.m. Industrial Development Board, January 8th at 7 p.m. YMCA Advisory Board, January 12th at 6 p.m.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. As usual tradition, we will recognize any scouts, and look like we have a whole troop here, it looks like. So if those young men would come to the microphone, and when you come to the microphone, please state your name, your troop number, and the badge you're working on. The mic is ready, so all you have to do is talk, son.
My name is Jackson, and I'm from Troop 457, and the mayor badge I'm working on is Citizenship and Community.
Thank you.
My name is Ethan Prince. I'm in Troop 457, and the mayor badge I'm working is Citizenship and the Community, I think. Yeah.
Thank you.
My name is Dylan Rodriguez. I'm in Troop 457, and I'm working on citizenship in the community.
Thank you. You pull that down if you need to, son.
My name is Mason Denger. I'm in Troop 457, and I'm working on citizenship in the community.
Thank you, Mason.
My name is Alex Jagger. I'm in Troop 457, and I'm working on citizenship in the community.
Thank you.
My name is Ethan Murdoch. I'm from Troop 457, and I'm working on citizenship in the community.
Thank you, Ethan.
My name is Andy Jagger. I'm from Troop 457, and I'm working on citizenship in the community.
Thank you. Can we give them all a round of applause? So at this time, I have a proclamation recognizing Sigma Rho Lambda, chapter of Alpha Pi Alpha. I didn't say pi. It was supposed to. There we go. Fraternity. So we have a proclamations because it's Founders Day for them, and I'd ask the chapter president, Alex Marshall, if you're in the crowd, please join me. Any of those others would like to join me, and I'd ask our Alderman Monique Williams to join me down front for the presentation. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you, sir?
How you doing? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come on down here, and we'll read this proclamation and make this thing official. Either way you want to go. A little bit about this fraternity. In 1906, they incorporated is the first intercollegiate Greek letter fraternity established for African American men on December the 4th, 1906, and has been a rich legacy of developing leaders, promoting academic excellence, and advocating for communities all across the world. The chapter adopted Bartlett, Tennessee as its primary focal point of service, conducting the first initiative during this provisional status. A voter registry campaign was done, registering almost 100 residents and co-hosting the inaugural Brother Bernard E. Smith II Heart Healthy Summit. The chapter's mentorships and initiatives that they include the Golden Seed Conclave membership, to go to a high school, to go to a college, and to support HBCU tours, having positively impacted nearly 100 youth, ensuring future generations are equipped for academic and leadership success. They've also had the annual Guild Foundation Golf Tournament to generate a scholarship fund for deserving Bartlett area high school students, inspiring them to pursue higher education, advancing the fraternity's mission of scholarship and opportunity. So, as the mayor of Bartlett, Tennessee, I proclaim this Tuesday, December the 9th, Sigma Rho Lambda chapter of the Pi Alpha Fraternity Incorporation Day. So, in return, we ask Bartlett citizens that of the Bartlett acknowledge this chapter's involvement and its continued dedication in advancing civic engagement, education, health, and community empowerment. I think there's a meeting next here in the near future to see how more ways that you can get involved. And so I want to give you an opportunity to say something, Ms. Mo Williams. Is anything you want to say since she's the lady first?
No, I just want to tell you guys happy Founders Day. And I'm excited for what you've done in Bartlett and what's to come. Your presence being more visible, and we're excited about it, what you're going to be doing in our community to help with our youth and just being part of the Bartlett community.
Mike, sure you want to say something?
Great. Well, thank you all for being here. Thank you for this honor of the proclamation. We have been around for 119 years as a fraternity, intercollegiate college fraternity, but we also have an alumni branch. And so the work we've been doing here in Bartlett for the last 6 years has allowed us to not only serve the community, but we've been rewarded 3 of the last 5 Alumni Chapter of the Year awards for the state of Tennessee. So of the 30 chapters in the state of Tennessee, we've been identified as the Outstanding Alumni Chapter 3 times in the last 5 years. So we're pretty proud of that, and that's all about the work, the over 2,000 service hours per year that we put in, and that was the kind of the premise of the award that we received. So we appreciate the honor, appreciate the opportunity to be here, and we're so looking forward to doing more in the Bartlett community.
Good. Thank you. Well, he's got it, ain't he? Thank y'all.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Excuse me. We now move to the official business of the day. The first item on the agenda is approval of minutes. You have received in your packets the minutes from the November 25th, 2025 Mayor Board Alderman regular meeting. So if there's no changes, omissions, or errors to correct, the chair would entertain a motion to approve.
Motion.
Properly motioned by Alderman Reeves.
Second.
Second by Vice Mayor Young. Madam Clerk, present the roll, please. Minutes are passed, unanimous, 6-0. We now move to unfinished business. Madam Clerk, will you read item 1 under unfinished business into the record, please?
Third reading of Ordinance 25-07, an ordinance to amend the City of Bartlett Animal Control Ordinances, Title 10, Chapters 1 and 2.
Motion. Second.
Properly motioned. Is there any discussion? Yes. Hearing no discussion, Madam Clerk, was in? I'm sorry, Kevin, I should have looked up.
Yeah, I have
Alderman Quinn, you're recognized.
Thank you, sir. So I have a few questions, if we could. Just trying to clarify a few things, as far as like chickens and dogs and cats and a few things like that. So I don't know.
Okay, ask you questions and I'll get them answered for you.
Okay. Okay. So what? And I apologize. Steve and I talked about it the other day, but I've just been recently getting a lot of questions. People didn't seem to realize that there was a public hearing because we had the special hearing and things like that. So I've been getting more comments from people. And the first question was, what happened to the chickens?
Okay. Ms. Angela, do you mind answering that question, or why do you want to answer that?
Sure. Alderman Quinn, in light of some of the comments that citizens had made, as well as comments that the board had made in advance of the work session that we had last month, we went ahead and removed the provision that limited the number of chickens that residents could have on their property. We felt like that was the right way to address those concerns, and so that was removed.
Okay. Well, because previously we had 6 chickens per resident, and so all of a sudden there's no limitations. So I guess it's just going to fall under the kind of health and sanitation part of the ordinance, where
Correct.
People can complain of stinky chickens or rats and stuff like that.
Correct. In the event that there are issues with a property having chickens that are creating what would be essentially nuisance conditions to the neighbors, in the event that there was a complaint made, then Animal Services Division would go out and respond to that complaint and address it if need be. And the provision that would allow for or that would provide the basis for animal control to actually be able to enforce something would be the provision that addresses prohibiting chickens being allowed to run at large on neighboring properties or having coops that become foul-smelling or littered with any number of bacteria or rodent-creating issues. But that would be something that would be enforced through the Animal Control Division by way of that particular provision.
Okay, well, I appreciate that, because people have been kind of pro and con on that. Some people still complain about any number of chickens. The thing also that's some of it, one part was open to interpretation, and that was the excessive or unreasonable clutter in a house. If somebody comes by to inspect for the permit, and I'm sorry, I should have got all the numbers for you before I said that. So how is that defined, excessive or unreasonable clutter? Because some people feel like anything out of place is clutter, and is there going to be any? Is that just whoever comes by to inspect it? Is that just based on their personal feelings about it, or are we going to be able to come back and address something with some kind of criteria for that, or is that?
No, the excessive and unreasonable are terms that are used throughout Tennessee law. Mm-hmm. They have established meanings under Tennessee law. It's an objective measure, so it's not subjective.
Okay.
In the event that an Animal Control Division officer, in the course of their inspection, the provision you're referencing is one of the criteria that's to be analyzed in determining whether a multi-animal permit is issued. Mm-hmm. In the event that was denied, it would be subject to an objective standard. In other words, would a reasonable person viewing these conditions find them to be excessively cluttered or unreasonably cluttered? And excessive and unreasonable have two different meanings there. Excessive would refer to the amount of clutter that's around. Unreasonable would refer to more likely the placement of clutter. In other words, if whereas 2 or 3 boxes or 5 boxes, whatever, might not be excessive clutter, if you put them in certain areas, then that would be unreasonable. in the way of a door, if it had a doggy door on it or something.
So something that impedes the safety and security of the family and the animals.
Exactly.
Okay, so definitely stacked cages or anything like
Yes.
that. I mean, okay. And so the invisible fencing, if somebody already has existing invisible fencing, and I'm sorry, trying to go in order, and I apologize, I didn't write down the numbers. If they already have existing fencing, are they going to have to move it or anything? Because some people have had this and they gauge it on their own. Because it says 15 feet from the curb, street, or utility right of way, and I'm assuming if is that the street or is that the sidewalk, and then the 5 feet from the property line, neighboring properties. And I think it's toward the boarding and fencing and stuff.
Yes, that provision comes from 10-107 that discusses the permissible means of restraining or enclosing animals that are kept outside. The idea here is not to have animal control going out and inspecting every property that has a dog outside to determine whether or not they have invisible fencing and or whether that invisible fencing applies with the strict terms of the ordinance. When this would likely come up would be in the event that the dog was found running at large and animal control had to get involved in order to catch the dog and take it back to its owner. In the event that they went out and discussed the electric fencing or the invisible fencing, then an analysis would be made at that point as to whether or not it complied. But if the invisible fencing is already in existence, then no, it's not going to be something where they would be told, no, it's not in compliance. This would be more of if they're putting in invisible fencing, that would be how it would need to be installed, would be to comply with this.
Okay, but current owners will still need to come back with the signage that's every 25 feet?
Yes, the signage, yes.
So, okay, well, I mean, hopefully, I guess they'll realize that eventually, because I know there's no way to really reach out to them. We could try on social media, but everybody doesn't see everything. So I just want to make sure people don't accidentally get non-compliant with that. And this question comes down to the clause about the section should not be construed to prohibit a properly licensed for-profit store from selling or donating any animals on the walkway or parking lot immediately adjacent to such store's physical address. And it got me thinking about dog and cats for sale. And is there any way that we could add to this and not allow that? Franklin, Smyrna, Nashville, Davidson, they have laws where the only animals that like we have Bartlett Shelter has cats at PetSmart, and of course PetSmart's not in Bartlett, but let's just say it was. Petco is still here. They can handle those adoptions and stuff like that, but you cannot sell any dog or cat from I won't say puppy mill, but any kind of seller. So is that something we could look at to add to this ordinance in the future to limit those sales?
Well, the ordinance does address that. In 10-113, you have a prohibition against the selling of animals on a roadside or public right-of-way. Is that what you're talking about?
No,
general prohibition?
No, sorry. And I do apologize. I should have wrote the numbers down too. It was toward the end. This section should not be construed to prohibit a properly licensed for-profit store from selling or donating any animals on the walkway or parking lot immediately adjacent to such store's physical address.
Okay, I'm with you. That's 10-113, subsection 3. But that's a subsection that is qualifying a general prohibition that is part of subpart 1 of that section, where it is generally prohibited for animals to be sold, exchanged, traded, bartered, any number of verbs for a commercial purpose on a roadside, public right-of-way, parkway, median park, playground, swimming pool, or other recreation area, or commercial or retail parking lot, generally accessible by the public.
Oh no, I understand. I understand that. I mean, that's somebody, you don't want a guy in a van selling puppies out in the parking lot. But this is about, this shall not be construed to prohibit a properly licensed for-profit store, blah blah blah, in a walkway or parking lot. I just was wondering. I did some research to see how other municipalities handled the selling, and I was just hoping, while we're opening this up and working on it, we could come back and do that. Maybe you could look into the legality of that. I mean, obviously, places in Tennessee do it, but how we could write that. Makes sense.
I want to make sure I understand the question that you're asking. Are you asking about the possibility of outright prohibiting a retailer from offering for sale dogs or cats?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I can send you the stuff from, like, say, Franklin, Smyrna, and Nashville, Davidson already do that. I mean, obviously, you need to research it before. I don't just.
So you're suggesting that a pet store couldn't sell animals? Is that what you're
saying? Dogs and cats.
Oh, I thought they were animals.
They are animals.
That's what I just said. A pet store can't sell animals.
No, they can sell lizards and snakes and stuff. They have vertebrae.
But not cats and dogs?
Yeah, that's what these other places have.
I don't care what they do in the other places. I think that's
sometimes
ridiculous.
everybody seems to care.
I call the question.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
When we call the question, Mayor.
Well, I got a second. I got you. Thank you, sir.
66% have to agree upon calling the question for the question to be called. So you got to take a vote on calling the question.
We just do a verbal vote.
Do what?
Just do a verbal vote. Just apply yea or nay. Start with you, Brad.
Yes.
Penny, we call the roll. Just get a verbal roll call.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
This is to call the question.
Okay.
Sure, I'm fine with that. Whatever.
Question's been called. I'd just like to say, too, that any question that any of you citizens have, feel free to call the animal shelter, and they would be glad to answer any questions that you have. And Angela is very familiar with a lot of the ordinances, and feel free that she could answer those questions if you got any from the general public. So, Madam Clerk, we've had the question called, motion has been properly seconded, so please call the roll.
Dave, I'd say one thing.
Yes,
I want to thank y'all I know this has been a long process and a lot of work. It's maybe not be perfect, but I think it fits our city and will serve our community, and we thank you for all that you've done.
Thank you, Alderman King. Madam Clerk.
It's on the floor.
It's up there.
You didn't get a vote? I never got a vote. Oh, there
it is. The third reading of ordinance 25-07 passes 5-1. Madam Clerk, please read item number 2 into the record, please.
Second reading of ordinance 25-09, an ordinance to rezone from RS-18 single-family residential to RS-15 single-family residential partial B014800901. This public hearing has been set for January 13, 2026.
At this time, I'd ask Ms. Kim Taylor, Director of Planning and Economic Development, to come forward for an explanation, if any is needed from the board.
Sure. Ordinance 25-09 is an ordinance to rezone 21.85 acres of land
from RS 18 residential single family to RS 15 residential single family. The property is located on the north side of Old Brownsville Road, just west of the intersection of Ellendale Road at Old Brownsville. The reason the applicant is requesting to rezone the property is to increase the density per acre from 2 lots per acre to 2.5 lots per acre. And this will be in line with some of the zoning on the south side of the property, which is also RS 15. The properties to the north, east, and west are RS 18. The property is encumbered by a non-buildable stream buffer near the Old Brownsville Road frontage. So that is the reasoning why the applicant is requesting this rezoning. The Planning Commission held a public hearing on November 3rd, 2025, and it comes to you with a favorable recommendation.
Make a motion.
Been properly motioned by Alderman Reed, second by Vice Mayor Young. Is there any discussion? Hearing no discussion, Madam Clerk. Second reading passes, and that motion included the January 13th public hearing. Now we move to consent agenda. There's only 2 items on the agenda. Does any board member wish to remove either items for separate discussion? Hearing no desire to do that, Madam Clerk, please read the 2 items into the record, please.
Item 1, authorization to auction surplus property. Item 2, re-subdivision contract for Lot 27, JD and JA Kearney subdivision.
Motion.
Second.
Been properly motioned by Alderman Reeves and second by Alderman King. Madam Clerk, please present the vote. Passes unanimous, 6-0. We now move to new business. Madam Clerk, please read item number 1 into the record under new business.
Resolution 44-25, a resolution to amend the fiscal year 2026 solid waste fund budget to accept and appropriate $15,301.32 for recycling purposes funded by the State of Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation Grant Program.
Mr. Dick Phoebus, Director of Finance, give an explanation of what that money be used for.
We've been notified by the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation that they're providing a grant program for cities in Tennessee, and they've provided a grant in the amount of $15,301.32 for the city of Bartlett to be used for recycling purposes. And the resolution accepts the revenue and appropriates the funds necessary.
Okay. Second. Been properly motioned and second. Is any discussion? Hearing no discussion, Madam Clerk. It was either Robert. Motion was made by Alderman Griffin and seconded by Alderman Young. Is that right? Yeah. Resolution 44-25 passes 6-0. And now we'll move to open discussion. Does anybody from the board have anything they wish to share with the public? Alderman Griffith, you're recognized.
I want to once again congratulate my friends in the Parks Department on their win at the parade for the fantastic float that they put together, much to the chagrin of your other city peers. Also, thank you again to Parks, to Public Works, to Debbie Gelano, to Todd Halford, to Sharon Fryman, to Jason Sykes, all these guys who put so much work and effort into both putting the parade together but also judging the floats and the pressure that comes with that. So thank you so much for what you guys do. It's greatly appreciated by the board and the citizens.
I don't know who prayed for the weather, but we need to keep him on staff. It was good. So any other, Alderman Quinn?
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just want to second what Alderman Griffin said. Really appreciate all the hard work that goes into the parade. It went really well. I know judging is really, really tough, and so I appreciate everybody doing that. I think everybody had a great time. The weather was nice, a little chilly, but you really can't beat that. I've been to some parades that got rained out, and it was just police and a fire truck, so it was pretty sad parade. So appreciate the efforts already made, and I can't believe we're already saying Merry Christmas, but Merry Christmas and almost Happy New Year too. So thank y'all.
Alderman King.
I thank this board for this year. I think we accomplished a lot. It's been a lot going on, more than just voting for a fire truck or Cox's radios or all of that. So I appreciate the opportunity to work with y'all, and I wish all of y'all happy holidays. I hope you have a good time with your family during Christmas, and everybody has a good Christmas.
Thank you. Alderman Reeves.
Yeah, and not to belabor the point, because we can make this pretty fast, but it goes without saying that for me to you guys, thank you for everything that you do for the city. Our city employees are the best, and they make this city great. And it's been a great year. I think overall I agree with Alderman King, but I want to wish each one of you an awesome holiday season, Christmas. Enjoy your family. Enjoy the downtime if you can. And thank you for everything that you do for our city.
Alderman, Ms. Monique Williams.
I'm piggybacking off everyone. This has been a year, a lot of decisions to be made, and I just want to thank all the guys that I'm sitting up here with, and I want to thank you all for all the hard work that you put in to make our city great. I appreciate each and every one of you all, and just want to tell you Merry Christmas, and hope you get a chance to spend a lot of good quality time with your families this year.
Vice Mayor Young.
Yeah, I'm going to echo what everyone else said. I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday, and I just want to really thank all of our city employees, because we get a lot of accolades quite often about the services that you guys provide, and I personally appreciate that, and I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas and a very happy New Year.
So I'll keep it short. Merry Christmas. And you're hearing a lot of Merry Christmases now because this is the last meeting of 2025. So I hope you can spend some time with your family and enjoy Christmas, and looking forward to a happy New Year. So at this time, does any directors have anything they wish to say? Ms. Kim Taylor.
Well, it looks like I have an early Christmas present for you all. I'm here to introduce our new Economic Development Manager. He will be housed in the Planning Department. It's been since 2006 to 2007 since we had one that was in-house, and formerly we had one for a while over in the chamber, but that's passed by for some time now, and we are really excited to have him on board. He has over a decade of experience. He was the executive director of the Heights Community Development Corporation, and he ended that job back in May of 2025. But he has experience with TIFs, pilots, grant writing, real estate strategy, incubating small businesses, as well as assisting stakeholders, neighborhoods, government, and helping with their long-term economic benefits. So this is Jarrett, if you'd like to come up and say anything.
Thank you, Kim. Yeah, I'm very excited to be here in Bartlett as one of the newest employees, and I've already discovered it's a great place to work. And we enjoyed the parade thoroughly. My family was out here, and it was just great. I'm really excited about the culture that's here. And the vision is bright. I mean, the future is bright for Bartlett. There's a lot of amazing things that are happening here. I feel like I might have a very easy job selling businesses to get here. So excited to work with the chamber, excited about all the perspectives that are going to happen. And as we start a new year, you'll get to see more of me as I get to meet new business owners and the business owners that are here, and hear about what your goals are. So some of the aldermen, you've already received emails from me, but look forward to get some time with all. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Mayor Parsons, for your trust and faith in my ability. So thank you.
Thank you, Jared. So, y'all know a night can't go without this gentleman coming forward.
Now, you didn't think I was going to let you get out of the last meeting of the year without hearing from me, right? I would like to welcome you all to my Todd Talk. Do you guys know that there is a large group of the population that is not on social media? It's weird, huh? It kind of hurts my feelings because, I mean, that's what I do all day. And I'm not just talking about older people or people who aren't tech savvy, but there's a growing number of young people who are not on social media as well. I was actually in one of my favorite coffee shops this week, and I was speaking to a young lady, and she was in her mid-20s, and she said she wasn't on social media, and that just blew my mind. So how do these people get the information? Well, we use social media very heavily. I post between 300 and 400 times a month. Just our Facebook page is going to hit over 50 million views this year. But we're not reaching everybody. So why aren't we reaching everybody? Well, either you don't have social media or it's your algorithm. What's an algorithm? It is a echo chamber program that basically shows you what you like. So if you like watching cat videos, like Alderman King, it's going to show you cat videos. If you like Star Trek, like Robert Griffin, it's going to show you Star Trek. If you want really cool social media city pages, it's going to bring you right here to the city of Bartlett. Okay. Which leads me to my point. Click. January the 1st, we are going to be launching a brand new website, beinbartlett.com. It's going to be your neighborhood hub for anybody who wants to know about the city that's not on social media, and you don't have to fight the algorithm. So let's take a look. Go ahead and click for me. First thing, you're going to look on the top right, and it's going to have all these little tabs. The first one says Be There. This is going to be a list of your events. And look at that. Oh, hey, nice segue. This Friday is not just a regular Friday, it's a
Fire Pit Friday.
I don't even know why I'm doing this. You guys have got this covered, right? So Fire Pit Friday, this Friday, 6 o'clock, Freeman Park. It's our last one of the year, sponsored by the Westerly. I'm going to go over tomorrow and help them pack some s'mores. And we'll be out there Friday. And then Saturday is rolling around the Christmas tree from 2 to 5. DJ Pizza is going to be there. We're going to have a really good time over the A. Keith McDonald Pavilion. It's free. Cordova Skating Center is providing the skates. So come on out and hang out with us. So you will be able to keep track of all the events in the Be There tab. Click. Next is Be in the Know. So if you want to know why the street's closed, why there's no water in your neighborhood, where the leaf sucker upper truck is going to be, this links you to all of our social media. And you'll be able to follow that even if you do not have social media or choose not to be on it. If you like dad jokes, they're going to be on there too. We post a lot of those. Click. Next tab is going to be Home. So this is going to give you all the information about why Bartlett is a great place to live. Can you go ahead and click one more time for me? Outstanding. So you'll see these little tabs over here on the right-hand side. It'll give you links to Bartlett City Schools. It'll give you links to stats for, average home prices out here. It'll give you links to Parks and Rec, who won the float contest at the parade. So congratulations, Parks and Rec. And the bottom one is a city that cares, and that will link you with our digital information guide. Go ahead and click for me. If you are interested in moving to Bartlett, all you got to do is fill out this little information sheet. Go ahead and send it to us, and we will make sure that you get all the information you need if you are looking to relocate right here to Bartlett. Go ahead and click. If you are looking to move your business to Bartlett, hey, we got something for that too. This will give you all the information you need, whether you want to start a business, whether you want to relocate. Be in business will get you there. Go ahead and click. Click Explore Bartlett. It will take you to the Bartlett Area Chamber of Commerce information. And if you fill out all that information right there about moving your business to Bartlett, I will make sure that it gets in the email of Mr. Jared Myers, our new Economic Development Manager. Your work's going to be cut out for you, so there you go. And finally, I think that's my last slide. So finally, if you forget to check the website, you can sign up for a weekly email that's going to tell you everything that's going on that weekend so you don't miss any events. Because I get tired of people saying, I wish I would have known about it. Now you're going to know about it. All right? And that's it. Thank you very much, guys. That's going to kick off January the 1st.
Thank you, Todd. Well, before we go to the open citizens forum, did we get any? We didn't get any. So, talking about being in Bartlett and being in business, there's not a new business, just a new name's come to town, and I was able to meet a new friend the other night at the Bartlett basketball game, which, by the way, is undefeated and pretty awesome. You ought to go see them, and we expect big things out of this basketball season. So I'll invite my new friend to come up and introduce himself to say there is a new name on a dealership in town.
Thanks for the invitation. I want to introduce myself. My name is Will Brigance. I'm the new managing partner of Dobbs Brothers Chevrolet of Bartlett. We purchased Sarah Chevrolet, the location there. That's where we located. We opened on Monday. Still trying to get a few things up and running, but we are very excited to be an active member of the business community here in Bartlett. It's a little bit more special for me. I'm a Bartlett High School graduated 2001. I grew up here, went to school all through the schools for 12 years, and just glad to be in this community. Of course, Dobbs family is a well-known name if you've been in Memphis for any length of time. They actually opened their first dealership downtown Memphis in 1921. And they were the fourth largest dealership group in the nation before they sold to Auto Nation in 1997. A couple parts of that family split off and kept some dealerships in that process, and they've been growing, and they saw Bartlett as a great opportunity, a great place to have a business, and they were really proud to bring that name back to this town. So I want to remind everybody that when you purchase a car at a dealership in Bartlett, or you get your car serviced there, the sales tax money does go to the city of Bartlett. So all your friends that live in Tennessee, encourage them to come to Bartlett and buy a car so we can make sure we get that sales tax money to the city. So just glad to be here, proud to be a part of it. Look forward to meeting everybody and contributing back to the community, and just being a good member of the business community here. So thanks for the invitation.
What I like about Will is everything we just said about being home, being in Bartlett, being a Bartlett business, being a Bartlett High School graduate.
Yeah.
When he saw the opportunity, the first thing he said, I want to come back and be a part of what we call Hometown Proud. Yeah. And so it's a great story. We're happy to have Dobbs Brothers here, and thank you for coming back home.
Yes, sir.
We just need more people to come back home, and we're going to do a better job to make sure people stay at home. So,
Are you related to Bill?
That's my
Bill
dad.
Brigance?
Yeah.
Also, you're Becky's brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
I graduated with her in '94.
Okay,
so.
yeah. My dad,
Great guy.
I grew up here, so my dad was pretty active in the banking community
yeah.
here for years. So,
yeah, good dude.
Just glad to be back.
May want to fact check him graduating, but anyway.
Thank you very much.
So there was no open citizens forum, nothing turned in. So what you want to hear is meeting adjourned and Merry Christmas.